now. While Tyler, my main man, you want to see Tyler in his boxer shorts? He was ready to push the camera. Right, we're going to do YouTube. It's coming on now. Graham Pigeon, good afternoon. Right, Tyler, is the mic off or on? It says off here. Unmute. Good afternoon. Right, Tyler, is the mic off or on? Why am I hearing myself get tight? It says off here. Unmute. Good afternoon. Right, Tyler, is the mic. Oh, I'm hearing myself as there as well. Okay, so we're on YouTube now. It's only 44 people watching on YouTube or on Facebook, by the way. Good afternoon. If I'm gonna check now. Are we back now? Yeah. Oh, I'm on YouTube. Right, we're on YouTube. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Bit of a hectic day. You know, the wife and I were having such a wonderful day. I went to bed with her. I got up with her. You know, normally I sleep in my bed here in this room. Yeah. So anyway, all said and done. Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much. Yo, that sound. Good evening, people. What sound, Tasha? Testing 1 2. Good evening, people. Or the bell sound, you mean? Can you guys hear me? Sandra Mudley on YouTube. Can you guys hear me okay there? Just let me know if sound is good. Mic is working. All said and done. Good evening, people, says Michelle Pillay. Right, let me get back to my stuff and start the show proper. It's Monday, 19th of October. Good evening, Jackie Munsami, Navin Nira, who joins us. Leon Munsami is on YouTube. Right, Vanakam, I am Cooley. Hashtag the power of one. Hashtag enough is enough. Didn't get my sponsors up on today because I was a bit busy with the wifey, as I just told you guys. Can't be keep telling you the same thing, yeah. Graham Pigeon was right. Found you now, loud and clear, says Reen, and thank you very much. Right, health update. People always ask me about my health. Thank you so much for that, for asking. I appreciate it. And let me just get Tyler in here for something. This happened yesterday as well. Something on YouTube moved my screen to one side, but it didn't stop anything much. But I just want to show him what happened there. All okay on Facebook, says Carrie McGregor. Right, health issues. Leg is still fine. This Friday or Monday, I go for my recast on my leg every 2 weeks. 6 weeks to go, and then I get into a moon boot. So doing quite well. You don't have to see you, but look on the screen there. What happened there on YouTube? No, it does that. Yesterday it did the same thing with the quiz. It says open the widget for whatever. Doesn't affect anything though, because they still can see me, but it goes to one side for whatever reason. Leave it for now. Let's, right? Unless you make the screen bigger.
No, just leave it.
Unit 9 chassis, says Ashley Promesa. How are you? Tyler's busy doing some technical stuff here. Let's leave it. We'll try it again tomorrow in the day. So what's happened on YouTube is my whole image has gone to one side for whatever reason, but it's fine. Good evening. The guys can still see me. So good evening and welcome. And the text has moved to one side. All good. So Monday I go for You'll Never Walk Alone, says Naveen. Right. Also yesterday, Sunday, we did the round number 4. Round number 4. I'm reading Mervyn, good, all good, right? Yesterday we did round number 4 of the GK quiz. You guys know about the GK quiz? Wesley GK quiz, 5,000 Rand to be won. We're going to choose 10 winners. Those 10 winners compete in about 3 weeks' time to win 5,000 Rand. We now have 4 winners. Already 4 winners. We have Mervyn, Paul Whittaker from the UK, Vishal Singh from Stanger won yesterday. Who was the other winner? Mervyn, just saying, and Zaid Pir. Our 4 winners, we have them. The image has gone one side, you go the other side, says Leon Munsami. Yeah, as long as you can see me though there, on my thing it's gone a little bit off. Next round of the quiz, Prasim Suram, how's it? Next round is going to be on Thursday, 22nd of October, 8:30. So come on at 8 o'clock, we'll do this shit for about half an hour. Then we go into the quiz to choose winner number 5 to put themselves in line to win 5,000 Rand. Right, COVID update for you, COVID update. Minister of Health, William Kiza, and his wife, May. I was just playing around with some text in the newspaper. It says, Willie and Kiza and his wife, May, test positive for COVID. I said, well, they may test positive, not confirmed, like, May. Her name is May, not June. Next week it will be must be a lady. Well, I can't say it must be a lady to win the quiz. Lady has to win. Hi, Ruby Fritz. How are you, Ruby Fritz? Hope your internet is fast today. Also got news today of another farm murder that happened yesterday. Another farm murder happened yesterday. Gerrit Stander, I think in Witrifuur, the latest farm murder. People entered his home. He put up quite a fight apparently. Shot 5 times. That's around about 3 o'clock. And he only succumbed to his injuries around about 7 o'clock in the evening. According to news reports or sources, he put up quite a big fight there. And Julie Bodion says, didn't mean to be ugly, but I can't wait for you and Roman to talk. Love you both. Oh, thank you, Julie. Well, Roman is a good guy, and he's a talker, and he's an operator, and so am I. Well, let's see how it goes. Wednesday, 5 o'clock, tune into that. I think it's the Morning Shot YouTube channel. I'll try and get you guys the channel there. I will be on interview with Roman there on his channel. Right, just updating you with some news stories there. Let me just try and get this text a bit bigger for you here so I can see it as well. Right, there we go. What kind Mamo says? Enric Perkins. How's it, Enric? How are you? Right, guys. Got some news today about CR doesn't see this brutality. Yeah, talking about farm murders. By the way, there was a report came through that Becky Keller has now softened his approach on farm murders, willing to talk about farm murders. And then, of course, we saw the picture in Senegal in the courtroom of Becky Keller and Julius Malema sitting together very cozily like best of pals in the courtroom. And you wonder what happened. Anyway, let's get on to our topics for today. We're talking water and electricity tariffs. Listen up to you. Are you from SA? I'm at Whitaker, East London. Kerry is having a discussion with Paul. Sorry, Kerry, we don't allow cross contamination here. Stick to the topic on hand if you don't mind. You can inbox Paul. Otherwise, it just takes away from what we're trying to do and my attention span. Right, listen up. This is from the Daily Maverick today. I get most of my news, by the way, to report on. Very good medium to get your news from. Ursula says, can't find you on YouTube. Well, I am on YouTube now for sure. There are other guys watching me on YouTube as well. So definitely YouTube is on like a scone. Right. Figures released in Parliament. Listen up, guys. Mosa says, love your show. Listen up now while I talk for a few minutes. And then we talk about this water and electricity tariffs. Might be interesting to you to learn or to know. So just pay attention to what I'm going to say to you now. Figures released in Parliament this week show that water tariffs have increased by 213%, electricity by 177%, and rates and taxes by 118% in the past 10 years. So in 10 years, 2010 to 2020, water tariffs have increased by 213%, electricity by 177%, rates and taxes by 118%. That's in the last 10 years. This basically means that if you were paid 400 Rand for water in 2010, you would now be paying 1,200 Rand today. So if you paid 400 Rand 2010, you're paying 1,200 Rand today. We know everything goes up. We know it's the cost of living, but it's 213% the cost of living that we need to live it. Is it right? By the way, these figures were released by the Reserve Bank to Parliament's Finance Portfolio Committee today. And bear in mind that they say these are administered prices, meaning that it is determined by government. It is determined by government. Of interest is the fact that only 18 of all municipalities in South Africa had clean audits in the past financial year. Only 18 municipalities had clean audits in the last financial year. eThekwini Metro, by the way, reportedly incurring over 2 billion Rand in irregular expenditure. And are we surprised by that? Are we surprised in the least that eThekwini Municipality 2 billion rand irregular expenditure? And it goes on to say that these increases are above inflation, which we all knew, and people's salaries have not increased by that much in the same period. So, has your salary increased that much by 213% from 2010 to 2020? If you were earning 4,000 rand there now, are you earning like 10,000 rand now? Is that 200 some odd percent? Be about 12,000 rand, eh? Yeah, 200 and some odd percent. And also bearing in mind, the municipality provides free water to informal settlements, quarter settlements, and over 40% is lost through leaks in the system. So this is where we come in as taxpayers, as ratepayers, and where we are taken for granted. But clearly, you know that informal settlements who are always fighting about something and demanding something get free water. They don't pay for water, they get free water supply. And also remember, poor infrastructure in the municipalities means that we're losing 40% of our water. By the way, our water department will be talking now about saving water. They did the same thing last year. They'll be talking about saving water, stop using water unnecessarily, the dams are running low, all of that story there. But there's a huge loss of water. 40% of our water is lost through leaks in the system, because they can't maintain the system, or the tenders to go out are fucked up and the system gets fucked up. Those homeowners who pay for the service are having to bear the cost of the wastage. So you and I, homeowners paying our rates and taxes, are paying for these, bearing the cost of these wastage. Anita says it's unacceptable we are paying for those who steal or get free services. Quite correct. Shamini says, with all the load shedding, water shedding is still increased. We're all due to management and that's right, Naresh, the poor management and misconduct. If you buy in the middle of the month units, you get less units. Then you talk about electricity. Ricky Naidu says the departments, both water and electricity, are not taking readings, all estimates, they're whacking us. Well, let me go there. So we discussed it, but what I want to hone in on is what Ricky Naidu is saying. Yeah, Ricky Naidu is talking about electricity. Now, let's get a feel for you guys here. I'm hearing from the ground. I'm hearing from people in Chatsworth, Phoenix. When I talk about Chatsworth and Phoenix, it's because I have friends, family, all in those areas. I have councillors I'm involved with. I have activists I'm involved with. Peter Marisburg as well, I hear it. People are being slapped with high electricity bills. Tell me you know of that, or you have experienced that. Electricity sometimes doubled, and mostly in areas like the Indian areas, or shall we say the white areas, not in the black areas. And let's say it, because we are the soft target. So tell me if I'm on the right track here, that we are hearing that the Indian communities are paying. Tell me about it. Notice my water bill last month, they're ripping us off, says Mervyn Naidu. Yes, so Mervyn Naidu, Unit 5 Chatsworth, is bearing me out. We're paying for the electricity that is being stolen, says Bimal Ramnanan. Anita says Durban today, contact was damaged electricity. That's right. Yes, I have. Electricity is crazy. Vanilla says very true. Right, so what's happening is that there is a definite increase, and as Ricky says, there are no proper readings being taken, and they're going on estimates. And then when you get a high electricity bill, what can you do about it? You're going to the offices of the municipality, dealing with a bunch of nincompoops. Shall I say that? Can I say that? Bunch of fucking idiots, and they're sitting behind the counters there. I can say that. I've experienced that. Kritika says, yes, they expect people to pay a count of 20,000 plus per month, not willing to investigate. There you go. Kritika is saying the same thing. Accounts of 20,000 rand plus with no investigations. I can tell you there won't be no investigations. There will be no investigations, because they are ripping off you and me, the taxpayer, the ratepayer, to subsidize the losses and subsidize people in the townships. Isn't that what it's about? They pay less for units in townships. Well, Flanny, I don't know which township you're talking about. Feeney Simpson, I don't know which township you're talking about. The settlements, squatter camps and informal settlements are getting free water. Vishal says 12,800 rand previous month, and last month 9,000 rand. We used to average 5,000 every month. That's right. Vishal Rampasad is in Newcastle. He's giving us a classic example of that. Spot on. Definitely in my hometown, PMB electricity tariffs are high. Yes, I've been hearing about Pietermaritzburg, and the municipality is playing a blind eye or a deaf ear. Well, we are paying for the free water takers. That's right, Don Ramsarup. But as Vanida Frank says, last month my electricity bill came to 4,000. Only my husband and I are home, says Vanida Frank. Vanida, maybe you should put your vibrator off during the day and only charge it for a certain hours. I'm just joking with you, Vanida. I hear you there, darling. If we don't pay our electricity, they cut us off like look like Soweto owing is compulsory. That's right. Melissa Ramdayal, we are, and I'm saying we, I'm going to talk about the Indian townships, we are the soft targets. We are the ones who will be afraid to pay. We are the ones who don't work as a unit. Pierre Labuskakni says to Fien that they don't pay, they're getting it free, compliments of you and me, and or stealing with illegal connections. That's right, Mr. Labuskakni. Ram Sarup saying the same thing on YouTube. Good afternoon to you guys on YouTube. I rechecked my water meter reading and it's not corresponding, says Mervyn on YouTube channel there. Yep, it won't correspond. On point target soft residents. Yes, agreed. I have been receiving rates and 20-25 grand per month. Maybe we're keeping Yusuf to keep his factory going. Luveshan says, hey, how's it, boss? How's it, Luveshan? Ready? Right, we're talking about high electricity tariffs. Kogila Mal says, we are the ones who can't stand together. Yes, I'm hearing people like Pietermaritzburg is saying it separately, Eta Queen is saying it separately, Kwada Kuza is saying it separately, but it is a combined problem. It is a combined problem, and mostly in the Indian areas where we are and we see it, our family and friends and even you guys are seeing it, paying the higher rates. Naresh says they call it crisscross subsidizing, hence the average pricing, no exact readings to foot legal. That's right, to fool the legal users. Yes, because we live in the suburbs and can't afford it because we have money growing on our trees. That's right, Tasha. So we're forced to pay it. Don Ramsar says we're also experiencing high bills in Queensborough. Right, I think it's time we start. Ricky Naidu, I know he pushes me into it, or we talk about it often. It's time we start taking a stand on this. My heart goes out to the pensioners, only get grant as a source of. That's right. Prepaid meters should be compulsory. That shit will stop, says Jacques van Aswegen. Yep. Wonder if that will work everywhere. Prepaid meters. Wonder if that will work everywhere. In the normal homes in Chatswood, should they get prepaid meters? Who's going to pay for the prepaid meters? But if they're owing that amount of money, maybe that's the best way to go. Prepaid meters. Good one there, Jacques. We'll talk about that. Navi Nero says in Newcastle, I was billed month to month during lockdown as if my liquor tavern was running normally. Inban says, I haven't been home since Jan 4th. Electricity still fluctuates every month. No readings. Yep. Whether you're at home or not, that's irrelevant to them. If you used 5,000 rand last month and today you weren't there for the whole of October, you're going to get a bill of around 5,000, 6,000 rand, that's for sure. They're going to take average readings. We Indians always abide by the law, says Kogi Lambal. Yup. And maybe it's time we start doing something about that. What's your take on that? Start doing something about that. Kritika says, I've heard of the municipality giving out bills for those with prepaid meters and threatening to disconnect. Yup. Threaten. Municipalities can threaten. They can't threaten townships and black people and shacks. They can't threaten those people. The only people they can threaten are the 6 million taxpayers in this country. So, from my figures, anybody knows that 6 million taxpayers are subsidizing a population of 59 million. If you're a taxpayer, you're part of the 6 million taxpayers. And for the first time, my leg is itching like you can't believe in the cast below. I think it's a hot day today. That's why take a photo every month of your water meter, says Feeney Simpson. Yep, there's also a system. So can we discuss that? I'm tapping for the first time, my leg is itching like you can't believe in my cast because it was a very hot day today. Vanida Frank says KC does all as the Indian community no matter where in the SA. Stop paying live like we lived in the old days. Well, Vanida is making a right point. There's something I just think. Mervyn Knight was saying start a protest. I did try it. I did mention it a while back. Scratch it, take the ruler. Says now I'm tapping. Itching means healing. No, it's not healing by the wound. It's itching somewhere else. It does happen in hot weather, by the way, where you sweat. This government is raping its citizens. That's right. Yes, we must. This department totally unfair. We are definitely soft targets. Soft targets, soft targets. What do we do? So let me tell you something, especially in KZN. In KZN, eThekwini Municipality. I'm going to say this. I've said this in my shows. I've said this on Facebook. I mooted a rates protest, holding back rates, a rates boycott, actually. That's what I was mooting a while back. Because in KZN, let me use KZN as an example. The city coffers, I would say 60%, 70% of the money going into the municipality coffers are from Indian taxpayers, Indian homeowners. I can tell you that. Indian homeowners are the ones. There's my ruler here. I have never pushed a ruler in there, by the way, before. Because, let me try and push the ruler in now. Because, ruler not going into, I'll do it this now. Not that bad, I can manage with it. Municipal bill is asking about where's your ruler, KC. Prepaid meters as economical as 250 a unit. Municipalities don't want to put it because they won't be able to rob us then. Yep, Vishal, so maybe everybody needs to look at prepaid meters. If you are being hoodwinked and being asked to pay a hell of a bill, then maybe we need to go to prepaid meters. But where was I? I was saying to you that the Indian communities contribute 60-70% to the state coffers. Okay, let's call it 50% to the state coffers, municipal coffers. Why don't we stop paying our fucking rates? Why don't we stop paying it? Because we are being ill-treated, we are being abused. Then we get told that we are racist and we ill-treat people, but they still take our fucking money to run everything. Eh? Why don't we stop? We are being fucking abused. We are subsidizing everybody else. Right? When are we going to stop? When are we going to know our worth? And I'm telling you, especially in KZN, where the Indians in the Chatsworth and Phoenix and other townships are being asked to are being fucking wholesale robbed wholesale. When are we going to take a stand on that? Right? When are we going to take a stand on it? I think it's time. I'm thinking about it. It's time we started understanding the power of who we are, the power of the taxpayer, and how are we being fucking pushed around. Ursula says Eastern Cape is the worst. Prepaid meters make no difference, says Naresh Sarap. You think so? I don't know, depending on the cost of the unit. Yes, Casey, you are absolutely right. So, I think it's time we started to fucking do something. Do something. Stop paying. Rates boycott. We did move this a while ago with the, what was it, the civic associations. Tasha says, I agree, I've prepaid for both water and lights. And she and is saying that the prepaid meters don't make a difference. I don't know. Prepaid meters don't make a difference. Yes, Casey, you're absolutely right, says Vanida. We can complain until we blue in the face, nothing done, we are a minority, and if we arrange a protest, few Indians will lock up. Well, it's time that the Indians started taking action. And if they don't want to take action, well, then we're going to sit with this problem. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sit with the problem. Julie says we are stopping. What are you stopping, Julie? Legs are itching. Like both sides, the legs are itching. And I'll tap my leg now here. They said you must tap. Tapping there. It's a bit itchy there. Where are we now? There are huge horns happening. So this thing. Let me get this. Get my son to turn there. I've got a cooler in front of me, an air cooler. It'll help my leg if it's turned towards me. There are huge cons happening with prepaid. Bottom line, we are paying higher prices. We are. 100%, especially in KZN, most things. Yep. Boycott needs to come. Turn that thing towards me. My leg is itching. The cooler. Cost per unit on the prepaid is same. However, you can manage your budget and services much better. I honestly think they are stealing units. Prepaid apparently runs faster in the last 2 weeks of the month, which is controlled by municipality. I don't know. There's so much of misinformation about the prepaid meters, and does it do that? Does it not do that? I don't know. I'm on a prepaid meter. It runs fairly well, and we are on a third party, which means we're paying somebody else to pay Escom, so we're paying a little bit more. There's a tariff. There's a third party that we're paying to. But we can't get out of it. The body corporate signed the deal, so it can't be done. Hey Casey, I got Mahendra says, that's what he says. I've got Jojo tanks for water supplying the toilet. I don't need clean water for that. The rest is normal, piped, little out of the box thinking, saves a lot. Yep. What else did he do? So let me just see what he's done here. Mahendra says, hey Casey, I got most of my house off the grid, gas stove and geyser. All my lights are 12 volt down lights. My appliances are run off an inverter supplied by solar panels. Cost me 20k 2 years ago. Now it's close to 50k. Yep, now it is close. You made a good decision there. At least the prepaid, you can manage it as right. 20% pays 80% of the tax, says Karthi Mudli. So anyway, let's see what we can do first of all. So Mahendra is talking about, let's talk about some saving methods. Your globes in your house, all of that. And by the way, a lot of people I know, my friends in chats with, all using the same 4-plate stove. Your D-fly stove, you got a hob, you got the solid plate stove. Guys, invest in a 2-plate stove, gas cylinder. That's the first thing. Gas cooks faster, cooks better. Let's talk about that. How many of you don't need to buy a whole gas stove like this old what Smeg make or whatever. 2-plate KDAC gas stove. Right? You don't need a 4-plate stove, and the solid state stove takes longer to get hot. At least with prepaid you can manage. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about some cost saving initiatives. Casey for Minister of Finance, then we back to you to kick all of the asses. Broke my arm and cracked my shoulder. Feel you? Just ice works, says Ursula. Oh, okay. Sorry, Ursula. Right, guys. The moment you protest, they cut the water and lights. Let them cut the water. You must be prepared to cut your water and lights. You must be prepared to live. Let's talk about some cost-saving effective methods to save some electricity before we go the other route. Put a timer for your geyser, youth saving. That is a youth saving. I don't have a timer. We put the geyser on and off. My son's got a message on his phone. Geyser comes on, geyser goes off. I don't know if it knows that big a difference, but it does make a difference because it doesn't be on. Like now it's summer, we put the geyser on in the morning. You don't have to put the geyser on again in the afternoon because the water is still hot. So let's talk about some cost-saving methods. Kogi Lambal says if you're not using the plug point, keep the switch off. Well, there we go. Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about the bulbs. Let's talk about gas stove. Let's talk about a gas stove. We use a gas stove. We've got a 4-plate stove, the solid plates. Over that, we've got a 2-plate gas stove. Mervyn says feed is bad. Is it bad on YouTube? Why is that? Doesn't say that. Yeah, maybe it's yours. Sandra Mudli, how's your feed? Ruby Fritz on Facebook, how's your feed? Guys, let me know on Facebook how's your feed there, because we've got direct link. There shouldn't be a problem. It's saying the feed is good. Ricky Knight was telling us put a timer for your geyser. Air fryers, if you're in a position, find an air fryer, yes, if you can. Gas rocks and you give Escom finger at the same time, says Sean Lighty, or Lyle, Sean Lyle. Love my gas stove, using gas for over 10 years, says Anita. So those of you have not considered gas and are not using gas or buffering on YouTube. I don't know who's on YouTube. Anyone's on YouTube? Maybe call my son, ask them. Taylor! Buffering badly on YouTube. Let's just check, because Tyler will check quickly and tell us. Facebook food is excellent today. But yes, yeah, I'm using MTN. Ty, are you on Facebook, YouTube? Check what this thing. And just check the speed quickly, the Ty, and tell me. YouTube buffering here too, says Shobana Maraj. I don't know why YouTube is buffering. Should be great feed, but for some reason only one channel and it's buffering. So we're gonna get back to rain. The rain was fine for yesterday. Facebook feed is good, says Vishal. Gas is best, says Jackie. So there you go. If those of you have not used gas before and are afraid of gas, gas is dangerous to 10% danger because you got to know how to handle gas as well if you're consider it dangerous. But using gas the proper way, Facebook is much better. Got kicked out of YouTube, says Tasha. Yeah, I wonder why that is on YouTube. Yesterday's feed was perfect. Jacques says heat pump for the geyser really is a big saving. It will always recommend it. What heat pump? What's a heat pump? Jacques van Aswegen. What's a heat pump? I never heard of a heat pump. We're learning something new here. Heat pump for the geyser really is a big saving. I'll always recommend it since I had one. Buffering in YouTube, I will blow myself up with gas. No, you won't, Tasha. That's the thing. People are afraid of gas for no reason. There's nothing wrong with gas. Just give it a try. Find out about it. It's not, you won't blow yourself up. It's safe. It's like your gas stove, what you use for camping and all of that. Small cylinder. You won't blow yourself up. Let's just blow that myth. Blow. Sorry for the pun on the word blow. Using gas for many moons, very cost effective, says Vishal. Let me tell you what gas. Gas is instant heat. Like most of you guys who got solid plate stoves or the spiral stoves, it takes a while for the coil to heat up before it starts heating your pot or your oil to start cooking. Whereas gas is instant heat. Instant heat. Ruby says, I'm afraid of gas, so people's houses blow up. Don't be afraid, Ruby. Go find out about it. It's not as bad as you think it is. And in fact, it's not even bad. Gas is very, very safe. Casey, I've got geyser, blanket, timer, LED lighting, gas, and electric stoves. Savings are negligible. Naresh, I've heard the same thing. I've also got a geyser, blanket, and all of that. But I think it's the things we need to do rather than not do it. Like your bell, thank you. Balls. So Paul says the same thing because the UK is gas, a lot of gas. He says balls, gas is safe. Bourbon switch from YouTube. Instead of using a larger conventional oven, Whirlpool Jet Chef is excellent. Multifunctional, says Anida. Jackie says true. Tasha says I'm scared, man. The moment I light that match, I ran. Tasha. There's no lighting of match in a gas stove. So let's talk about this because I don't know if Tasha is joking with me or not. Tasha, there is no, and if others are listening, there is no lighting of a match for a gas stove. It's got a clicker, it's got a striker, it's got a switch. It switches the gas on, it ignites the gas. The gas is controlled. Now buffering on Facebook as well. There's safety precautions, just got to abide by it. The only dangerous gas comes from people. So yeah, I don't know if Tasha was joking with me. Feeny says, Casey, my YouTube is okay, no buffering. Thank you, Feeny Simpson, for saying that. I appreciate that. Dillo says, heat pump is a pump which runs off a solar panel using the sun, pumps water through heating it up. I don't know about that. Tasha, new gas now. We don't light the match, just burn this, turn the switch, gas goes on. Yep, look, even if Tasha is joking with us, others might feel the same way. And then we tell them gas stoves are self-ignition, yes. Well, not self-ignition, you got to ignite it. Get an accredited gas installer. So let me tell you what's in my house, right? So we have a family of three or four. My mom is here. It's a 2-plate gas stove. Your normal KDAC cylinder is sitting on the countertop. There is about a 1 meter tube going into the gas stove. And that's what it is. Simple as that. Casey, I have an induction stove. It is cost effective. What's an induction stove? Kogilam said, easy to check if there is enough gas by throwing some water on the outside. It will show you the level. Right, Kogilambal is teaching us some important things there as well. How to know if your cylinder is, I haven't tried it that much, but you got to throw hot water, am I right, Kogilambal, on the side. Is it hot water or cold water? I think it's hot water. Just a clicker, no matches. Yep. So for those of you who thought you had to have matches and all of that, there is no matches that you know. Yes, I know, Lord. Thank you, says Tasha. As long as you know that there is no striking of match and you won't find yourself in a lot of problems. So, regulator makes the glass flow constant and safe, no blowing up. Yes, Sharendra Kamal says gas is good. I was also scared of gas at first. It's very safe when installed properly. Yeah. Well, mine's not even installed. It's a cylinder sitting on my tabletop. The thing is there. The gas stove would come with a built-in ignition. Yep, we got that. Vishal says heat pump for geyser basically warms the water via solar before it comes into the geyser. Element won't work so much, in turn saves electricity. But then you got to have solar. Must you install solar power for the heat pump? Solar power is expensive here. Modern gas stove as igniter. I have it governs with gas. Gas is safer and cheaper, says Melvin Hannis. Gas is safer. Gas is cheaper. YouTube's just gone crazily offline today. It's been buffering. Paul Whittaker says you must all come to UK. We have gas oven, gas fire, gas central heating. Yep, gas is everything in the UK. Good evening, Darshan Naidu. People have been moving off Facebook, of YouTube, because of the poor connection. Don't know why that is there. Very good connection on YouTube, on Facebook, because I'm using the MTN network. Yeah. Jacques says heat pump works like aircon. There's an unit outside that uses ambient temperature to heat the water. Ambient outside instead of geyser switching on and off all that water. I must think about that. I think it depends on the stove itself. The older ones require a match to be lit. Yeah, but these, and we're not talking about the older ones. Don't go buy an old gas stove where you have to light match. Come on. Cooking is great. I don't know how old you're talking about, how old gas stove you're talking about, primer stove and all that. Heat pump, solar is to heat pump, and solar is totally. Darshan says no, it's working fine. Darshan is saying his connection is working fine. Shobana says I was afraid of cooking with a gas canister, but my parents do it, so when I tried it, I got comfortable with it, and you have to be extra careful. But that itself will keep you safe. Yep. Yeah, YouTube is back now, says Fini. Yeah, YouTube is back. Maybe my son or my wife went off the YouTube channel, that's why. They're watching movies or something. I'm sure I read in Cape Town that if you try and get off the grid, they will fine you. You need to register for solar. Oh, I don't know about that. Get a coal wood stove and iron stove, says Naresh Sarup. Yep, then they're going to charge you for pollution of the air. Naresh Sarup, polluting the air. They'll come up with something. You pay a tax there. Right, so let's round up that topic there. Somebody give me a time check. Round up that topic over there. Darshan says, what internet connection are you using to stream? I'm using Rain 5G. Direct Ethernet connection from the router, which is outside on my fucking roof. Let's round up that story there and say to you guys, also, still, the Indian community, I think definitely, I'm talking about Indian community, I know that we are getting fucking ripped off, and it's time. There's a movement needs to come. Tell me if you're in it. Tell me if you're part of it. Tell me if you want to be in it, and start a movement for change. Just beat the heat on wood outside. Use bucket and bath. Casey, use hot water to throw on the cylinder. Hot water, yeah. Also, one has to be cautious. Not more than 1 kg of gas in your home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use a small cylinder. It's a 9 kg or 6 kg. KDAC works best in the home. Heat pump is the reversal function of aircon system. Very effective. Says it should make your poiki on the fire even safer. Says Ursula Thatcher. Right, so there has to become a movement where we have to stop being taken for MTN via Afrios. What? I am in it. Tasha says nope. 2047. 10 to 9. Whew, God, I didn't know that was the time. Almost done with the program, and my leg is giving me a go, yeah. So yeah, what was I going to end up with? Shall I say this when I end up with the story or not? Yeah, so let me put this out there, right? Let me put this out there. And white people don't get upset. Roman Kabanak. Hey Casey, can't wait to be chat with his latest week. Alright, welcome Roman Kabanak. Am I saying it right? Roman Kabanak. Casey, can't wait to chat there. We're chatting with Roman on his chat. Just put your link up there, Roman, and your channel so people can see it. I think it's Morning Shot, Hot Shots. Sorry, I think it's Morning Shot. We just chatted earlier this morning. I'm chatting to Roman. So anyway, I'm saying this for the first time. Actually, not for the first time. I've said this before. White people, other races don't get upset when I say Indian people. It's because we are the minority and they are the majority of my fans are Indian. I've punted this 10 years ago on my show, live on stage. Punted it 10 years ago. The idea was, and this was my idea, it was to be called Charos or Indians Park by the Posie. Park by the Posie. Hashtag Park by the Posie. The idea behind that was, for too long, even 10 years ago, we were taken for lux. We are the ones building the economy. We are the ones helping to employ people. We are the ones helping to drive the economy. We are the ones contributing to the state coffers. We are the ones contributing to municipality. We are the taxpayers. We pay the rates and taxes. We pay the water bill. We pay everything. We do everything. We get caught by the SAP and the fucking Metro Police. We pay our fines. We do every fucking thing. We do everything right. And yet we are still fucking taken advantage of. So here's my thing. The power we have, especially the Indian community in KZN, the power we have is an economic power. Is an economic power. So, if you want to show Julius Malema, if you want to show the municipality, if you want to show the government how powerful we are, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me put this in your head. One day in the next 2 months or 3 months, one day, all the Charos, all the Indians don't go anywhere. It's called Park by the Posie. Now, what does that do, Park by the Posie? Park by the Posie means you don't go to the cinema. You don't go to Gateway. You don't go to Pavilion. You don't go to Sabaya. You don't go to Suncoast. You don't fucking go anywhere. You don't go anywhere. You just sit in your house. You stay in Chatswood. You stay in Phoenix. You support the tuck shop. You don't go anywhere. You don't go to the beach. You don't go to Sabaya. You don't go anywhere. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that then Edgar's, Foshini, Sabaya, Suncoast all won't suddenly realize that you are not there? Who do you think is supporting Sabaya, Suncoast, Gateway, Pavilion? Who is supporting that? Eh? Who is supporting that? Think about it. Come on, Charos and KZN. We run the fucking economy. We run the economy. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube is down again. I have to go and check with them tomorrow. What are your thoughts on that? Eh? What are your thoughts on that? Yes, we can do it countrywide if the whites, colors all want to support us. Anybody can park by the Posie. Just sit at home. Just sit at home. Corporates need to support their clients, not the government. They've forgotten that it's right. Anarchy. That's right, Paul Whittaker. Anarchy. Old government, Indian was wrong, color now government right. We know about that. What do you think about Park by the Posie? I've mentioned this 10 years ago. 10 years ago. What do you think if the Charos don't go? So let me tell you something. Walk in the mall, you'll see the Indians full up there. Go to the cinemas, you'll see the Indian race day, racing and race card. What do you think happens there if the Charos don't do it? Shalendra says, like that. Yes, it is collective passive action. Passive action. Where you show, without even doing anything much, you show the power we have. We show the power we have with this. This is what's going to make the municipality and the country stand back and say, Park by the Posie. Ricky, are you in, dude? Ricky, are you in? It'll take us 2 months to plan it. Set a date. And my date I'm looking at sometime in December. It's a holiday. I think it's 16th of December. And I wasn't even going to say this. I didn't plan it yet. I didn't do anything. I wanted to plan it first and do something like that. Let's plan it. Let's plan it. I'm looking at, let's stay lockdown stage 10. Yeah. Do you think we can do it? But we have to form a group of people, like a new group of people who are willing to move other people. Get clubs involved. Get businesses involved. Get organizations involved. Get civic organizations involved. What about that? The idea is to say, let us make a stand. Especially the Indians in KZN. Let us make a stand. Let us say, we are tired of being taken advantage of. You want to see our power? You want to see our power? Here's our power. Here's what we contribute to the economy. Here's what we contribute to the country. On that day, we do fuck all. We go nowhere. And then I will go around and filming all the places that are ghost towns. Yes, ghost towns. Tasha says that we did that in lockdown. Yes, let's turn it into ghost towns. Vanessa, let's go for it, Casey. Let's do it. See what the mother. Yes, let's do it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see the results. You see, a lot of Charos and Indians in KZN do not realize the power they have in their hands. They don't realize. When you go to the Suncoast, you'll all laugh. Hey, check the Charos there. Check how many Charos there. See, the Charos are full up. Yes, the Charos are full up. Now imagine those establishments without the charos. Eh? Imagine those outlets without the charos. Eh? Darshan says, unfortunately, no one is united to do this properly. Darshan, don't be a wet blanket and don't kill the idea. So, do you all agree with that? Darshan says, unfortunately, no one is united to do this properly. You think so? Let's talk about that. Darshan on YouTube has said, no one is united to do this properly. I'm saying we form a core group of people. So I'll form a Facebook group called the Indian Agenda. Got to do it for 2 days, bro. It must have an impact. 2 days we can do, dude. 2 days we can do. I started off with 1 day. You can try, Chief, but there are too many sellouts. Ali Ka Manzi Ismail. Dude, if you have that attitude, you'll continue to be where we are. You will continue. I may fail. We may fail. But the thing is, we must not fail to try. I agree with you, there are too many sellouts. I agree with you. But ask yourself, if you are in this with us, will you tackle certain people? Will you go to organizations? Will you go to football clubs? Will you get the support? Will you get your support? Or will you just sit at home? We are too busy fighting amongst ourselves and realize the big contribution. Now, Darshan, I hear you, but don't make a generalization. We've got people who want to fight. Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to do it? Ivashin says, let's do it. Anilin says, brilliant idea. People could just stand together once. Yep, it does not matter if we're minority, we can make an impact. Kogilambal, that's right. So I'm saying I want to form a core group of people. I'm saying Marlene, Anida, Casey, unfortunately, you'll find hordes of people in these places. That's fine, Anida. That's fine. Hordes. How many hordes? If there were 10 hordes there and there are 3 hordes there, there are 7 hordes less. Hey? Hey? I'm not saying there will be nobody there, but how do you know we can't get it? How do you know we can't get there? How do you know we can't do it? Naresh Salab says, that's right. KC, the mother city don't have enough Indians. Yeah, that's why I'm targeting KZN. That's why I'm targeting KZN. That's why I'm targeting KZN. It can become a countrywide movement, but I'm talking KZN. We need to start a Facebook group, WhatsApp campaign. That's right. Even if 5 people have to start, that's right. We can do it. Look at the impacts the farmers had in Senegal. That's right. Why are we all saying that we can't do it? Who is saying we can't do it? If we get a group of 500, of 100 people, 200 people, and each one of you, so let me tell you how it will work. Each one of you needs to convince your people. Chris de Kak says we just need a 80% buy-in. That would really hit them hard, especially in retail. That's right, Chris de Kak. That's right, 100%. Do it once a week, then grow the government. These 2 days can make a big difference. Of course it can make a big difference. Anida says, we have been trying this so many times, people will be all talk but take no action. Okay, Anida, if you're saying you've been trying this so many times, all talk and no action, what do you think we should do? Leave it. So give me your answer, Anida. Shall we leave it then? Shall we say it's out of the water? Shall we say it's no good? Tell me, KC, don't waste your time. Tell me now, tell me now. Other guys as well, tell me. If you're going to tell me, Casey, you're wasting your time, don't waste your fucking time, tell me. Tell me, I want to hear. I'll sit back and hear. Let me hear. Let me hear some of you say, Casey, wasting your fucking time, don't waste your time, no one will support you. Let me hear. I want to hear. I want to hear Anida's words. Anida has come out twice and said to me it won't work. So Anida says it won't work. Create a video after we do this, we can make it bigger, taxpayers stay at home. That's right. Mervyn Munsami, why not? Why not? Everything started small. What is? But it won't work if we don't have people like you, like Mervyn Munsami, Mervyn Naidu, Anida Padiachi, Kogi Lambal. If we don't move the thing, what's it? Why are you all being so negative? Why are you all saying no, it won't work? I don't understand, Anida. Anida, you're the one in the middle of this crisis. You're the one in the deep-seatedness of this, and still you say no, it won't be done. I don't care about the other fucking 20% of Charos or 30% will go. We need to talk about the 30, 40, 50% who will support it. That's right, Ricky Naidu. We need to show the power of the... And Ricky Naidu, let's say this, so we break it down into different strategies. Like Ricky Naidu takes on businesses. I'm sure Ricky will do that. Ricky Naidu takes on businesses. Ricky Naidu decides. Anida says we are constantly preserving to make a change. That statement doesn't mean anything to me, Anida. Firstly, twice you say it won't work. Now you're saying you're moving for change. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not taking you on. You know where I'm coming from. You're coming on a public platform and saying it won't work. You're actually disillusioning other people as well. Al Professor says the revolution starts here. Gandhi ji was one man. Look at that. in it, I am coolie. I waste my time. I waste my time fucking trying. Cohen Pillay, if you waste your time fucking trying, don't waste your fucking time then. Who asked you to waste your time? Don't waste your time, go and fucking do something else. Then don't fucking complain after that as well. Nobody asked you to waste your fucking time. Bring a friend along before you know it, we'll have a crew. That's right. That is right. That is right, Faiz Amam. That's what I'm saying. Everyone. If we have 50 people here, bring one friend on, you got 100 people. They bring one friend on, you got, what's it, 100, 200 people. Fucking maths god, I'm doing like, I am in, says Ricky. There we go. Now you see, Ricky Naidu is a big businessman in KZN. He's got connections. He's got contacts. He's saying he's in. If Ricky Naidu tells you he's in, he can get 10 businesses, 20 businesses to support the idea. Come on. Come on. Hey? December will be perfect because prices will get inflated. That's right. So I'm targeting 16th of December. I think it's a holiday. I'm targeting 16th of December or that weekend where retail needs to pump. But can we stay at home? Can the Charos stay at home? Stay away from Chato Center? So, hey, can we do that? You think so? Desmond says, I'm Witoke, I'm with you 100%. Desmond Levelington, I think the Witos will support as well. As much as I'm saying it's a charge thing, if people all stay at home, we get the power of the taxpayer. Kogilambal says, Indian business close the shops. Of course, that's what we'll try for. So it will work. I am a boor and I will support. She says, Pierre, Hipna. Of course it's going to work. Support your cases, a cookie pillay, Malema is a chutia. Yup, we're going to show that. It will work. Just word of mouth must convince us young people to buy in. Well, let's do it and it would be great. Chatut and Phoenix, that's right. So Mervyn, here we go. I see lots of support in this idea. That's already positive. That's right, Mervyn Munsami. And I wasn't going to talk about it. It was an idea that's been playing in my head. When to play it out, when to play it out, when to come out with it, when to say it. I think the Reservoir Hills issue, the protest there, got to me, and the message I read out the other day. In fact, I'm going to do a video about this, saying it and moving this thing here. I just needed to get you guys buy-in on this. 16 days a holiday. Yep, 16 days a holiday, that's right. The reason I did that is because it is a holiday. People are staying at home, but they go to malls, they go to shops, they go to casinos. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm targeting the 16th. Not negative, but the realization is that we need to be... Yeah, but Anida, you're not negative, but you said two negative things. Say that the people don't support, but let's move them. Say, I'm willing to try again. Say, I'm willing to do something again. You gave me two negative comments. I don't understand that. Get the youngsters to post on Instagram and TikTok, world spread fire. Now you see, Tasha, that's the type of thing where you get your kids involved, where through their mediums. I don't talk to the youth. We find youth influencers. We bring those people on board. Your daughters, your children, talk to your people. Use your children and the TikToks. Use their thing to speak to their people. I can't talk to the 16-year-old, 18-year-old, 25-year-old really. Eh? But we use that. We use that. I'm a bit behind you 100%. So this thing, me too. I'm in KC by word of mouth. Sorry, just join. Please reiterate. Can't reiterate all now. Sorry. Yeah, bonus time the 16th. Get on his idea, and people might even have some money left for the 50 days January. Madal Park by the Posie will work. I'm in KC. Park by the Posie, says Kritika. We must get the right day to impact the economy. That's why I went for the 16th. The 16th is a shopping day, shopping weekend. It also gives us 2 months from now, is it? Yeah? 2 months from now? Well, less than 2 months. October to November, November to December. 1 day makes a big difference. 2 months. We need to have organized people at the entrances to malls and other places to stop them from shopping. Vanida Frank, that's good to have. I don't think you should stop anyone, because that I wouldn't advise stopping anyone, but you can protest, you can put up your signs. Can we do that? Would you do that? Would you mobilize, Vanida Frank? Would you mobilize and do that? Trial runs a second. No time for a trial run here. We've got less time. Stay at home for 1 day. Tentative date 16 December. That's right. Kritika is the first one putting it down officially. We are not the EFF. That's right. I don't think we can stop anyone. And I wouldn't want to stop anyone. That's their right. Then we will be the EFF. If we stop anyone, we will be just as good as the EFF. Trial run we can do maybe end of November. One date, end of November. 2 weeks before the big one. We can try it. Good idea, Sacred Munsami. Right, let's do this. So shall we start What's your idea on starting it? Shall we start it with a Facebook group? Shall we start it with a Facebook group? How's that? You think that'll work? I think that'll work. Park by the Posie, is that a Facebook group? We are always trying to protest. Agree Black Friday trial, says Leslie McKnight. So, let's start a Facebook group. Shall we start a Facebook group? Park by the Posie, is that it? Are we good for that? And then you guys, so let's see how we can build that group in 2 weeks and see the start we get. Start with a Facebook, Instagram page. You have convinced. My apologies for my earlier comment. I think we may be under something here. Darshan, no hassle. At least you report. At least you admitted that. Thank you so much, Darshan Naidu. It's not easy. It's a positive thinking. It's not easy. Start with a Facebook group. That's right. So Facebook group is the first thing to come up. Park by the Posie. We're going to get that group going. And then we're going to get all you guys to join on. Let's see the numbers from there. 50 to become 100, to become 200, to become 500, to become 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. Yeah? And can't we arrange a march somewhere? Can't we do something like that? Can't we do a gathering? Yeah? Can we do that? Park by the Posie, 16 December. 16 December, Gateway, Pavilion, Sibaya. Facebook group is Get Social Media. Excellent idea, says Rachel Johns. Right. So there we go. They're going to see that Charos are going to, for the first time, guys, we only have less than 2 months. Less than 2 months. Then, guys, then I'm going to need a core group. I'm going to need a core group. We can look at least last year's retail figures. That's Krista Black. Right. I hear you, Krista Clark. Then I'm going to need a core group. 5, 10, 15, 20 guys who want to, who can commit to every day putting this thing into place. So let me see how it's going to work. Ruben, Casey, the quickest way to spread the word is by you doing a 1 minute or less video. I'm going to do that, dude. That's coming, by the way, Ruben. My video all is in mind. I will do my share. Any chance we can make it a stay-at-home bride? Yep, we can do that. Bride by the Posie. Park by the Posie. Bride by the Posie. Cook by the Posie. We'll do everything Indian. Cook a poiki chow. Put your pot on the stove. Have a cooking challenge. Do whatever. Sit at home. Visit your family. Have a get-together. You can do a concert. You can do a road closure. We can do whatever. Whatever. But you park by the Posie. You stay in Chatswood. You stay in Phoenix. Wherever you are, you stay there. You don't go anywhere and give your money. You don't go anywhere and give your money. That's what it's about. You stay rising. Let me tell you what it's about. It's an uprising. It's a protest. It's a clarion call. It's to see whether we can do this. And if we get 5,000, next time we get 6,000, then we get 10,000, then we get 20,000. And that's what puts government, that's what starts to frighten government. That's what starts them to make them realize the power. The power. You have the power. You have the power. Sanusha says, yep, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. She says 16 may make, we will think about that. We will consider that. I mean, Casey, create awareness, Park by the Posie. Yes, I suggested a gathering with entertainment. This will be the Indian way to protest. That's right, Selvin. So the date can still be discussed. I will try to form a core group. I think Ricky is in with me, Kritika and others from my Sunshine Band group. But no traveling, no shopping, no gambling, no bar hopping. Well, you can bar hop in your own community. I would think so, not anywhere else. Best freaking protest ever. You save money and you can just have a lekker time with your friends and family, says Chris DeClerc. Yep. So festive season idea was the fact that the festive season is going to bring a lot of people to the thing. Let's show the EFF the positive energy we have and our winners, not losers. A winner and a loser and a loser and a winner, let me tell you, it's the name of the game. When you lose, you booze. When you snooze, you lose. You wonder why you lose your shoes. I met a girl one day, was on her way, she make a beautiful... look, Somebody raised a good point there, I must say, and we'll think about it. I don't want to act like I know it all. What's her name? I'm going to give her the credit for this. Can't get her name now. Okay. She said 16th may not necessarily be... so she said 16th may not necessarily be the best date because foreigners or tourists will be down, the malls will still be busy. I tend to agree with her that it may not have the impact we want to have because we'll see other people there. So we'll have to move it like a week earlier. I'll kill my own meat so we don't buy. Let's bring our culture in on that. Nathan says peaceful protest. That's right. It's a Sanushan. I'm a guy. Oh, sorry. Sanushan. Okay, sorry. I didn't know about that Sanushan. What day most people do shopping? I'm guessing a Saturday. Yep, Saturday. So maybe we move it a Saturday earlier. Maybe the same Saturday, 16th, 15th, 14th. Could be 14, could be 14, 15. How's that? How's that sound? Or the week before that. So make it a Saturday after the 25th, after payday. So what's the Saturday after the 25th? What's the Saturday after the 25th? Not 25th of November, December. I'm looking at first, we've got to give ourselves a chance as well, right? So I'm looking at about, let's do the week before the 16th, 14th, 7th. Let's talk 7th. Kogilambal, she's talking about tourists from other provinces like Joburg and all of that will be down there on the 16th as well. So let's go for 14th. If 16, not 14th, 7th of December. It can be 7th and 8th because that's a non-busy weekend. We'll allow them to go shop on that other weekend. I'm thinking move it the week earlier. Sanushan gave us the idea. As much as I'd like to do 16th, I think on those dates, we'll have a bigger impact because we won't have the other people from other provinces coming into KZN and trying to upset there and spoiling the numbers. So, if 16th is what date is 16th? I'm not even sure. I'm thinking it's a Monday. Kritika says 5, 12, 19, 26. The Saturday is in December. So 12th. It's got to be 12th. It's got to be 12th. 12th of December. 12th of December. 12th of December is official Charo's Friday. Friday is always nice, especially from the farm looking at this thing. So 7th December and 8th December. No, Tasha, sorry man, I was getting the dates wrong. Kritika says 12th is a Saturday. 12th of December. I'm good at 12th. 12th and 13th. 13th is the bad luck day. 12th of December. It has to be a Saturday. It has to be the busiest day. 12th of December. Don't have a show. Who's having a show? Who wants to have a show anywhere? Don't host a show. Nobody hosts a show. Nobody goes out and does anything. 12th of December. So the Facebook group. Don't you think it should be a weekday to show the impact? Then 12th and 13th. I think retail-wise, Ricky, the Saturday would be a great day. I'll discuss with you the ins and outs of that. Let's stick with the 12th for now. We can move the goalposts as we want. But for now, we've agreed in principle to do this thing. We've agreed to a week before the 16th, make it the 12th. We got it as 12th. Thanks, Sanushan, for putting that through to us. We listen. Now I need a core group of people to want to be part of the main core group. If you want, there we go. Mervyn Naidu says, why not Black Friday? Well, we can make it the Friday and the Saturday there. And was late tonight trying to catch up, says Devon Naidu. Thank you, Devon. Ricky says, cool. Right. Bottle stores closed on Saturdays, said Sacred Munsam. That's a good thing. If bottle stores are closed on Saturdays, let's just do it. Of course, let's just do it. So I need a core group of people, 15 people, 20 people on another group that we move Friday. Sacred Munsami, we will discuss the Friday. So regarding that, so 12th, definitely the date. Whether it's 11th and 12th, we will discuss that. We're going to get a core group of people today together, or from today onwards, get a Ellis. Right. Thank you guys for watching. That's where we are. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you do know, you do know. We have something on the go. We have started something that you don't realize. Good idea to have leaders from different areas. That's right. That's what we're going to do. So my plan with the core group of people is to have people from different areas managing their people in those areas. For example, the neighborhood watch groups, the WhatsApp groups, all those groups, sporting bodies, women's groups, women's circles, senior citizen groups, all of that. This is how we bring them all onto the network to be able to say we have situations in each area, we have people in each area to do such a thing, to make it work. Ruben says getting the consumer to stay at home might be easy, but what about the ones that work for all the retail stores? Do they go to work or stay at home? Do they go to work or stay at home? Stay at home, man. Let's try and make them stay at home. But remember, this is to hit the retail store. I don't want someone to lose their money if you're not going to work. Let's hit the retail stores there. What is this group for? Vijay Padyachi just joined us. Go watch the program again and you'll get to know. It's Park by the Posie. Park by the Posie. Passive resistance. We're learning from the great man himself, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. We are doing this all for one, one for all, says Segan Munsami. We are going to stand together for once. Casey, seems like you're on Facebook. Oh, sorry, Johan, I'm talking to her. This must be a national campaign for maximum impact. We'll talk about that darshan. I think it's a KZN thing for now. Only because of logistics and making a difference. And only because the charos are full up in KZN. That's what I want them to sing. So anyway, at Karou Charou, Yuan Swanepoel, 073-767-5836. Sorry if I was talking to Facebook and I ignored you guys on YouTube. Just that YouTube was having so much of problems, I went straight to Facebook. Thank you guys all. And how do you guys end? Hashtag the power of one. Hashtag Park by the Posie. Can I see that? Can I see that up in the screen there? Hashtag the power of one. Hashtag Park by the Posie. Good night, Mr. Casey. Love you guys. Says Kogi Ball. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see you. Whoop, whoop. Come on. Hashtag. Hashtag the power of one. What a great idea, the power. Hashtag the power of one. Hashtag Park by the Posie. We're going to park by the Posie. That's right. Park by the Posie. Gregory Mutton. Hashtag the power of one. The power of you. The power of me. The power of each one of us to move. Hashtag Park in the Posie. Park by the Posie. Not Park in the Posie. Park by the Posie. Hashtag. Chris says, I reckon go to work, make your money, but don't spend. Yeah. Ricky, thank you for the excellent show. Thank you, Ricky, and thank you for your support. Thank you, Tasha. She says Park by the Posie. Thank you so much for your support. Say good night. Say if you enjoyed. Say if you agree. Who's still doubtful? Are you doubtful? Are you thinking, this guy's just talking and they can't do it? Are you thinking, get that out of your head? Get that out of your head. I mean, there's Melissa. Deez is in. Annaline is in. Ivashin is in. Right, there we go. Can you see that? That's your power. That's your power. That's what we can do. And that's how we can make it happen. Indeed. We're going to make it happen. Mervyn Munsami, not stay at home challenge, Park by the Posie. We Buddha, very heartful, good, keep up the power. Thank you, George. Gregory says, what's the spelling of the Posie? Park by the Posie, P-O-Z-I-E or P-O-Z-Z-I-E. Let's get that hashtag right as well, eh? Park by the Posie, 1Z. Let's go to 1Z. Park by the Posie, 1Z. P-O-Z-I-E. Let's get that right as well. Fian Simpson, thank you for watching. You can do it. Anything is possible. Park by the Posie with a Z. Park by the Posie with a Z, Ricky. We're going to get that hashtag right as well. Once I get it right, I'll send it to you. And we'll work from there. If you're running national campaign, I can work with Cape Town. Sample, I don't know national, but you can work with Cape Town. Or work to spread the word. National out for the moment on a bigger scale, but you can get things done in Cape Town. Sample it. Thank you for that. Get in touch with us. Get on the platform. Even if you in Cape Town, WhatsApp me. And yeah, we have to get that hashtag right. Correct spelling. Rachel's got it right. Tag Park by the Posie. Hashtag. Keep putting hash and then tag. Alright, we'll get it right. Kritika will give it to you as well. Right. Until tomorrow, everything from now on is going about Park by the Posie, 12th of December. 12th of December, Park by the Posie. That's what it's going to be. And yeah, hopefully I'll be on my moon boot then, and I'll be parking with y'all. Right, until then, Park by the Posie. Remember to always keep it. Mother. Name is KC.